Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our Divinity 2 co-op gameplay preview, courtesy of iFan.
That's the guy he's playing, actually, not his name.
No, that's his actual name, though.
Okay, we're going to go with that.
Yeah.
He was, it could have been his name.
Was he, like, from Estonia or something like that? Because that sounds like an Estonian name to me.
Oh. So I was talking to this guy. So in Divinity, they only had one writer.
Right. Okay.
One writer for the whole thing.
Yeah, but it kind of makes sense though, because I found that like a lot of the jokes and stuff were very consistent. You know what I mean? Like, like nothing felt out of place, and I often wondered if it was written by just like one person or whatever. That's interesting, actually. That's cool.
And he joined right at the end, so he says that he was like one half of an extra writer or whatever. So they had 1.5 writers because he joined like as the game was almost finished.
Do you think maybe he just got the coffees and stuff because it came in so late? So it was like
possibly.
Sorry, actually, all the writing is actually done. So can you just like do the washing up sometimes and get him a coffee? Just look after.
He said
him.
they've got 9 writers on Original Sin 2.
Shit.
Which obviously means there's a lot more content.
Yeah, right.
But I'm worried that it won't be as consistent. I guess perhaps you have a different one writing each different story.
Yeah,
and then each different story will feel very different.
Yeah, and I don't think it'll affect it too much. Like, when you think that for Fallout games, for example, there's lots of writers, and most of the writers, will write the story of a vault. One writer will write a long quest line or whatever. And I guess they have inputs and stuff, but some quests are just better than others or better written than others and stuff. And I think that's fine. I don't think it damages the game too much, like from an inconsistency point of view or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it because Divinity, the first Divinity was very funny, wasn't it? There was like a lot of tongue in cheek. And I think that's where maybe it could become inconsistent with a big team of writers,
Yeah, I mean, there's no voiceover. The original game had a lot of voiceover.
Yeah.
Especially the enhanced edition, I think it had full voiceover, like 70,000 lines of dialogue, which is a lot. But I don't think this has any yet. I don't know how much they're going to put in, but this has got a huge amount more stuff. So one of the things that I remember previously struggling with Divinity was finding our way into certain areas because they were very well hidden.
Remember, we had like lots of tricks for that in the end, though. Remember, we had like teleports and like that's there
right.
It goes. Look,
so you can teleport your mate or just teleport the chest.
Yeah. Oh, that's so
that classic
cool.
thing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the way back. That's
Those
the way back.
Fun.
I would have thought it was.
Puzzles.
Right?
Remember, some of them took a little while to figure out, and they were like pretty fun.
Yeah, some of them were a little bit frustrating though. But it was.
But I mean, that's to be expected, right? Like some puzzles are a bit. Whoa, was that a whole barrel that you just picked up?
Yep, I remember doing that, and I can't help doing that because I think we used to do that quite a lot, picking up fire barrels and things like this and putting them down. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And then blowing them up and stuff.
Yeah, that was good.
But
actually.
They weigh a ton.
Oh,
it's like a classic Divinity thing.
Yeah.
So let me go. So we're on this island called Fort Joy.
Whoa,
we got like slave collars.
Did you just summon a cat? Oh no!
No, I didn't.
Oh.
There is a cat.
All right.
I think I was trying to blow up the ooze barrel under the dev just to troll him.
Oh, right.
But I misclicked and he was like told me off for not do it. So down here he was talking about there's like a corpse of an elf down here.
Man, was that awkward? Because were you sitting next to the guy in real life and he was like, "Please don't troll me."
Yeah, it was like, it was horribly awkward.
Nice.
He didn't like it at all.
Gosh.
But I get the impression they've built in a lot of troll your friends moments into this game.
Yeah, that feels like Magicka. Like Magicka is a bit like that as well, wasn't it? You had lots of opportunities to like completely fuck over the person you were playing with or the people that you were playing with.
I feel like with a game this serious, though, it takes itself quite seriously. Trolling your friends is not seriously. So this guy's saying there's a secret entrance here, right? And I'm like, what are you talking about? There's a secret entrance here. How is there a secret entrance? And so he blesses this area of poison to like get rid of it.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, for God's sake. And apparently you can climb up this secret ladder.
Wait, so the dev was telling you in real life that there's a secret entrance there?
Yeah, and he was like challenging me to find it. And I was like, is it down this way? Is it down this beach? And
okay. Was that awkward too? Like the challenge? He's like,
because
like sometimes when somebody challenges you to do something and you have no hope of ever guessing what it is, and you're getting increasingly frustrated, like that can be a bit awkward.
I did go into full troll mode here, so this child is like crying and
I see.
like oh, for God's sake, and I couldn't deal
typical
with
Brinley, isn't it? he's all like he's all sore after not being able to figure out the challenge, a couple minutes before. So he goes into full troll mode.
Yeah. You're right. So we're trapped on this island. It's called Fort Joy, but we're only on the very, very start beach bit. So apparently the whole... anyway, I figure like maybe I can just attack her.
Yeah.
Just because I always feel like in these games you can't attack children, but it looks like I can.
Oh.
So while he's like waffling away about something else, trying to tell me about something important, I'm trying to kill this child.
Okay. Well, why not? Like you said, there's a lot of games that don't let you do it. So,
I think that he's now chatting to the child, trying to find out some information. So this is I guess a secret area. Okay, it's hidden behind a ladder, but it's got all of these quest NPCs who are doing stuff and chatting away, and potentially giving us quests, giving us things to do. So sometimes you start and find out like what you think is a secret area, and actually it turns into quite a large thing. But it's not necessary. It's not part of the main quest. You don't have to do it.
It's just like fun little things that you can do on the side, sort of thing.
Yeah, but for me, like one of the things that I had an issue with in Divinity was that I certainly didn't understand when we played that there were that you, because we thought when we looked at the map, we thought, we must, because we're like World of Warcraft, we're like, it must be this grey area that we haven't found yet.
Oh yeah,
when really it was something very, very different.
Whoa!
So I punched her. She vanishes.
Why? They can't show a kid getting killed?
No, you're not. There's like laws against it. Apparently,
where?
And apparently you can't even.
Everywhere?
Yeah, there's like rules against it, and like I don't know. There's something where your game gets like rated like super high. So in Fallout, it's the same, right? In Fallout 4 and stuff,
you just can't do it. Yeah.
The only characters you can't kill are children.
I tried to kill Sean at the end. That didn't work. I mean, he was the robot version, right? So, like, didn't count.
Spoiler. Yeah. It's tricky. So, it's fine. Anywho, I was stealing away and just we're talking about stealing and mucking around. Because stealing was a big part of the game before. You could just, like,
that was pretty fun. You could sneak up and steal stuff.
Massive paintings off the walls and things.
Yeah, remember Steve was, like, pretty good at sneaking and stealing and stuff. Remember he was stealing paintings and everything?
Yeah. So there's a few like things around stealing. I think that the way it works is there's this thing called crime spots. I seem to remember where
nice.
The idea is that if you steal a lot in an area, people will come around and patrol that area, and if they catch you with stuff, they'll take it on. And I mean, you control your friends apparently by stealing stuff and then putting it in their inventories.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we ever did that. Like, we never really did that.
If you put stolen stuff in their inventories, then they'll get arrested instead of you, for example.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So
that's a good idea, actually.
Pretty typical thing. So yeah, we're on this stupid kind of starter island, right? And it's massive. Apparently, it's 8 to 12 hours of gameplay to even just
to get off the starter island. How much gameplay like did they say is in the game?
Like hundreds of hours.
Oh right, okay. So it's a long old game.
Yeah, like huge.
Yeah.
And then I guess because each person has their own origin story, I guess you can only play. Well, if you're playing 4 player, you can only do 4 of the 12 origin stories at a time. So I guess there's a lot of replayability there if you want to experience the story from a different character's viewpoint.
Yeah.
So I'm just blundering around as usual. Typical
avoiding the
Lewis,
water barrels and stuff. Oh, look at all that blood. You're gonna curse the or enchant it. Oh yeah, it's a pretty big island actually. Shit.
So it's a fun one, but we haven't even seen. So that's actually the full size of the map. So that's for the fort over there.
Okay.
And there's other stuff down here. So what we're looking at is maybe like an eighth of it or something.
Why is it called Fort Joy? Like, is there a reason for that, or it's just
I didn't even realize that was a turtle. That's just a gigantic rock. I think it's a prison island, so I'm not sure it's really
meant to be a joke or whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm like, I'm in the wrong place here. And it's the same thing with action points before. So you've got a certain amount of action points.
Yeah.
So he's got 4 action points there, but if he doesn't do anything, he'll go up to, I think you generate like 3 per turn or something.
You keep some back, sort of thing.
Yeah. So you can either slam out all of your abilities straight away, or you can not do that. So yeah, there's some void touch turtles here. He's obviously thinking about
pissing
pissing
on the turtle right now.
Yeah.
Just taking a good long ways
turtles
on him.
fucking hate that.
Yeah,
so
man,
it looks like,
God, right in the face too. Like, you can't even recoil into the shell because like it'll flood in there.
Yeah.
It's an awkward situation to be in.
Piss, I guess, is one of those liquids that you can put on the floor along with poison and blood and all that.
Oh.
I don't know.
God.
No, I don't know. I don't think it is. That would be pretty gross, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Looks like he's pissing, but he's farting as well at the same time.
I think what he's going to try and create here is necrofire. So it's
right.
Well, mate, that's what he's talking about. So there's normal armor and there's magical armor, right? So he's put poison down, and then he's going to put, I don't know what that puts on, but that creates it's fire, I think. So he's now created poisonous fire, which is called necrofire.
Necrofire, sure,
is just horrifically damaging.
Okay.
Oh no. So maybe it's three things at once. Maybe poison fire plus something else. So
that's right. And all the abilities have like a turn-based cooldown as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
that?
I didn't even realize there
you?
was a turtle back there. So I'm gonna run away. I guess this is. I've got throwing knife, so I'm like, hey, do you know what? I'm just gonna get the high ground. So you do get a bonus for being on the high ground.
Right.
You actually get a bonus to damage, a bonus to accuracy, all sorts of things. So also I don't really want to get eaten by a turtle.
What's all this void touch stuff though? Is this like explained in the story? Like why all this stuff is touched by the void?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is part of the story. I guess it's a classic sort of Divinity sort of storyline.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think people who haven't played these games before will probably not be like left in the dark too much.
No.
It'll probably be explained. Because we don't follow story in games too much. We just sort of enjoy going
It's weird, eh? Like,
yeah,
I don't get like, if the story is like accessible enough without having to concentrate too much, I'll follow it and be interested in it. But if I have to do excessive amounts of reading and stuff like that, like I can't like immerse myself into a story that way. Like in a video game.
If I was gonna fucking want to do a lot of reading, I'd get a book. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd actually do it. Because they're generally better than the stories that are written by game developers.
Yeah,
no
I mean,
offense,
I would just like
right?
get my mom to read books to me.
So the old fucking Red Prince goes in and fucking drops some dragon fire.
Look at that! You like incinerated him. He's gone.
That is the cursed fire.
That's crazy. I love like all the
that
shard things that come out of it as well. Like it's like
it is horrible.
Yeah.
You really don't want to walk into those thorns, and trying to walk out of it. You know, I mean, I think you have to counter these kind of ground effects with other ground effects. You can't sort of kind of wade through them.
Yeah,
it's pretty spooky stuff. So he's teleporting that poor old turtle there into the cursed necrofire, and that poor old turtle isn't going to stand a chance. I mean, what a disaster.
Oh,
there you go.
Look at that.
It splashed him with some bubbles, and then
this one is
Pokemon.
I like
it's
that.
Like Pokemoning him.
Wet. It's really good. Oh man.
So they're all just going to burn to death in there. The corpses.
Yeah. They died. Yeah.
Rip.
That was pretty cool.
Holy shit.
I guess these guys are super overpowered though, like you were saying, because it's like a demo. So like maybe when you're playing the starter area,
a demo build. So I think these fights would be a little bit more difficult.
Having said that, though, I mean, if it's a long ass game, you know, if it's got hundreds of hours of content, you know, maybe it could do with being scaled up a little bit, because some of the fights in the first game, man, I remember like one fight took us an hour. Like it was just one fight.
Yeah.
It was just
but
took
it
so
was
long.
really it was so difficult as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really hard. Yeah, it was fun though.
So,
it was massively satisfying when you got like a good.
Finally, everything comes together. But man, we were taking on like these big packs, weren't we?
Yeah,
of like
we had
like
tons of
7
crowd
or 8
control,
monsters.
like massive like area effects and stuff. Like
we had like a couple of pets, or three or 4 pets we had to control as well.
Yeah, we had to summon them to tank for us and everything. But it was fire
fun,
elementals
and stuff. Yeah, man.
Fuck,
so I think that's all still in
for this now. Man, I can't wait to play this. Like it looks really good.
Well, it's not out till like next December, so we're gonna have to wait quite a while.
December?
As I was saying before, this coming December.
Oh, right. That's not too
2016.
I mean, there's plenty of stuff to keep us tied.
Early build.
You know, like No Man's Sky is out.
Over.
That'll keep us busy until then.
Oh, like a whole that'll kill a few hours. at best. So apparently there's 12 different ways off the island or something like that. So that you have to pick a way to get off of this Fort Joy out of the sort of starter area.
Right.
And there's 12 different ways to do that. And many of them are quite complicated. So you need to go quite far along.
Who are these dudes with the capes?
These
guards.
are some creepy guards. So this is we're starting to get into the main storyline now.
Nice.
And I don't really want to go through it too much, but you're heading into that fort to try and I guess this whole island is difficult to escape from, right? So
Right.
that's kind of why these prisoners like you are put here. You know, you can't swim away, you can't make a raft and float out. It's a little bit like you're shipwrecked.
And you got the anti-magic necklace on too, so that's like causing problems.
Yeah, so we need to find ways to, I guess, crack that open and break our way out. So yeah, again, like I've got custom
Oh yeah.
custom dialogue options. So you can basically
Screw
decide.
over your opponents and stuff too. Or your friends, sorry.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
I like having the option to
So-
screw people over sometimes. Like,
Yeah,
it's good.
So I think Dallas is this character. See, so a lot of these characters, because we're not like following this story, it looks a bit impenetrable right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to read.
It's
But
hard
I
though.
think there
It's
is-
hard to watch though. Like sometimes with these games, you have to watch the intro and then you have to read like the couple of paragraphs before the game starts just to sort of get you into it so that you know why you're there and what you're doing and stuff, and then it's not too bad.
Yeah. So
Whoa. Look at this.
she kills that poor guy.
Jeez.
And you can't get too close to those guards because they just like wreck
Hammer
you,
time you,
knock
yeah.
you down. Hammer time you. So this guy here, this corpse, I can eat a little bit of it. It's Magister Atusa.
Nice.
I'm gonna grab his a little bit of his like ear or whatever, or his leg.
Atusa's
Just gonna have
leg
a
and just nibble on it. Yeah. That's
yeah,
pretty
and
dark.
actually, if I do that, I think it gives me like a special power, so I can
Right.
eat it, or
Can you
just put it in your inventory, I guess.
All right. Okay.
There you go. So I see someone named Verdas. So it gives you some clues.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
which you
pretty neat,
can-
actually. I like that.
Which you can use.
I like that.
if you're paying attention.
Uh-huh.
And gives you. I think it gave me some sort of new ability, that like an earth ability, because I noticed I had later. I don't know if it's in this video, but I noticed that I had an ability. I was like, where did this come from? It's like, oh, you got this when you ate the Magister. I was like, oh, cool.
Nice. I like that. That's good.
So yeah,
It's pretty cool.
I feel like this game hasn't been really optimized for multiplayer yet at all either, because there were all sorts of bugs which I cut out. Oh, so there you go. It's called Fortify.
Right.
It's kind of weird for a rogue to have a geomancer spell called Fortify, because I wanted to be full WoW rogue and like go invisible.
Oh yeah,
and
but
come up behind
you
people
say
and
that, but
backstab
it was
them.
handy because Steve was a rogue. Remember, but he could summon spiders and stuff. It was like
That's true.
It was pretty good.
Steve,
like it worked out pretty well.
I think they've changed a lot of the things. A lot of these things don't actually have full names yet. So anything with those bars on the side, like it says they're rogue and necromancy, those are actually going to be changed. Their name's not final.
Okay.
So necromancy might be changed to like corpse mastery or something. And that flesh sacrifice, that name's going to be changed as well. You see, so they haven't quite decided how they want a lot of these things to feel, but it will be cool. So yeah. You can. I think the way this also, there's a few things to do with memory slots, so you can only have a certain amount of abilities with you at one time.
Right.
And you can actually, instead of choosing to make your spells better, you can choose to bring more spells with you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so
Nice.
you could, rather than putting points in intelligence, I think you put points in memory, and that gives you more slots to take stuff with you. So he's given me a quest to kill a crocodile.
Of course.
Which has come up on the map, which is obviously nice. I
Pretty
don't think there were
typical,
these markers previously as
Right.
good as this.
Yeah, because
but
I remember
yes.
sometimes we were like fumbling around trying to find out where to go and stuff, which isn't a terrible thing because it,
No.
you get to explore and sometimes you happen into places that you might not have gone. What the fuck? Is that a painting?
Yeah, so there's like a painting of a
That's
guy.
amazing.
He's like Jesus or
That's
whatever.
amazing.
Anyway, I just like managed to pick it up because I didn't think it was stealing.
Yeah.
So I just stole this major thing, and the devs are actually like panicking amongst themselves at this point because they that's like a really critical quest thing.
Oh, right.
Apparently, for later on in the game, and I just like picked it up and shoved it in my inventory.
Well, there you go.
Doesn't even
You're like a proper playtester now.
Doesn't even have an icon.
Well,
so they were like,
think
we need
that
to
subject
fix this.
5299399 would be able to pick up that portrait. It's ruined the whole game. Oh,
So
shit, that's hilarious.
like we wander around and play the game a bit more.
Cool.
And
I like what I see.
Yeah, we did a bunch more stuff. I played it, I think, for another sort of half an hour or something, but I won't bore you with any more of that stuff.
No, I mean, it's just to sort of see what's new, what's coming, get everybody excited, and then, when it comes out, we'll play it. It'll be great.
Yeah, I thought you'd want to see this, so I took an afternoon playing this with the devs, chatting away about bits and bobs and what we liked, what we remembered about the old one, and what we liked, what we didn't like, and I'm sure they're largely going to ignore everything I told them.
Probably, yeah.
Because I'm not a game developer. I don't know what's best.
You could be one, though.
I just said, don't listen to me.
You could be one. You've got good ideas, like.
Cheers, man.
Like some of those WoW rants, we've recorded them as well. We should send them to Blizzard so that they can
there's some good stuff.
know how to do things
God,
better.
This bit actually here. There was like a cat. There's been like a cat following me around.
Oh yeah, is the cat like a witch or something? She like appears.
Well, there was actually a bit where
I've been following you everywhere.
I walked up to those guards with a cat following me, and the guards killed the cat.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God. And then I could like eat a bit of the cat.
Oh yeah.
And that cave there has like a special
because remember in the first game you used to be able to have an ability that let you talk to cats and stuff. Remember you used to talk to dogs?
Yes. That's still a thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. I like that. Yeah.
You can still do that. But certain people don't like cats and stuff hanging around.
But they always because they can get into like hard to reach places and stuff. They always have, if you can talk to them, they have info. They can tell you stuff and whatever. It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, so this is where an NPC called Stingtail hangs out, and he's like he's one of these mixed NPCs. So Sabir wants to kill him, but someone else wants to do something else to him.
So it's and does he join your party in the end?
I like that. I don't think so.
I like that fish thing. It's like a fish container, and there's just like all fish around it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, so I'm off exploring, and as usual, anyway, this is roughly the end of the video, but as usual in Divinity, if you meet up with, like, if you get into combat, you can just, it pauses and, like, your mates can all just run over and help out. I quite like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So,
yeah.
It's
we'll
leave it here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. We'll definitely play this when it comes out. We'll do like we did with the first one. This time we'll try to finish it.
Yeah.
It's our fault last time. We didn't play it enough, right? That was the problem. Yeah. We didn't play it enough. Yeah. We only played it like a couple of times a week, and it wasn't enough. And then we both got lost and didn't know what to do and never came back to it. But
we'll have a quick look at the arena actually now as well, and just show you how that works. That's quite interesting too.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye.